Bulls are protecting the 11,700 level. Let's analyze some critical levels, shall we? Hello Adrian and welcome back to my channel. It is 7:30 p.m. and my time zone is UTC +8. Hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful Friday evening. Friday, the last day of the week, the first day of the weekend, or whatever you want to, whatever you want to call it. Hope you are all doing well. Let's first say hello to the hardcore crew who are with me pretty much every day. Hi Darren, hi Theodore, hi Nikolai, hi Alvin. Happy weekend to you as well. So quite interesting things are going on with Bitcoin right now. Not only with Bitcoin, with basically the whole cryptocurrency market and the traditional markets, to be honest. But yeah, we are mainly focused, of course, on our good old Bitcoin, our digital money, the future of money, the one that is going to make us all rich. That's basically what everybody calls Bitcoin nowadays. Anyways, hi Van Winkle, hi Tina, hope you are doing well as well. So let's move on immediately into some technical analysis. First, to continue on the trend of the traditional markets, let's take a quick look on the traditional markets, and what do you know? We can clearly see that we have broken through that gap on the S&P. Let's put it on the daily. We have broken through that gap on the S&P. As you can see here, gap is fully broken right now, and most likely, as you can see, although we have a small, of course, it's always like that. After we have a giant move towards the upside, of course, we have a small retracement to the downside, but everything seems very likely that we are going to be heading towards the 3,400 area, or the previous all-time high for S&P, which is obviously very bullish as well for the cryptocurrency market, right? Due to the correlation. What can we see on NASDAQ? Well, pretty much the same thing. NASDAQ, as you can see here, we broke all-time high once again with a small retracement today. As you can see here, I'm not scrolling back to the left because this is a new all-time high. So there's no point in going back into the past. This is a new all-time high, and as you can see as well, we are making a small retracement on the shorter time frames as well, shorter time hours as well. But yeah, other than that, very similar as to Bitcoin as well. Hi Mackenzie, welcome as well. So let's move into Bitcoin. Let's talk about what we were talking about yesterday, right? So yesterday we were watching basically this move towards the upside, right? We were watching this move towards the upside, and we reached at around 11,900 once again. The most important thing for me was actually the close, this 4-hour candle close above this green box. Of course, after a move, like I said, after a move like that towards the upside, we always get some retracements towards the downside, and we did get that bounce back towards the downside. But once again, we are still holding. As you can see, this is pretty much the support trend line that I've drawn, still holding the support trend line. And right now, yes, we are consolidating, and as you can see, pretty much sideways movement. So like I've said yesterday, not really sure if we still have one more leg down like this towards the 11,600-ish area, and get some liquidity from the EMA 21 that is holding up here, and then a break up towards the others upside, or of course we can just hold this trend line and just move up towards the upside as well, right? But that's on the very short term. On the daily, it doesn't matter that much, as you can see right here. This is basically what the daily is showing. Even if we are going back down a little bit towards the downside, back into a green box, this looks very much more towards continuation. Anything else, we are basically, as you can see right now, I've drawn the pattern that we are currently forming on the daily, which is of course an ascending triangle that we are basically forming right now, and we are pretty much more towards the top side of the ascending triangle. And that's the reason why I'm pretty much expecting us to be touching the top of that $12,100 once again. Is it going to be later tonight? Maybe. Is it going to be over the next couple of days? That's very possible as well. So this is basically what I'm expecting, right? So where we are forming this kind of formation, we move towards the upside. And then, like I said, once we hit once again that 12,200-ish area, expect a lot of distribution or something like that, a big dump down towards the downside, most likely again. And this is the area that you should be looking at. Like I said, around the 11,100-ish area, can wick all the way down to 10,900 as well. So basically that should be the order block that I am very interested in longing once again, because this is basically what I'm expecting. So a nice retracement towards the downside, back to then back to the upside, and then most likely break towards the upside. And how far are we going to be breaking towards the upside? Well, you've seen already the green box towards the upside, right? And how do we get to that green box? Well, if we are making a measured move from this this pattern that we are forming, and we are breaking up towards the upside, as you can see here, exactly, move a little bit down, exactly into our green box towards the upside. So that's basically the scenario that I'm expecting by the end of August, or something like that. In the next couple of weeks, I expect Bitcoin to be somewhere near the $14,000. What will happen after the $14,000 is going to be the big question. I have already, like, analyzed or thought about some of the things that might pan out. So I'll share it with you guys a little bit later on, once we are getting, it's all speculation right now at this point in time, right? So we can't really speculate that far ahead, but yeah. Like I said, I'll just take it level by level, and right now I'm still aiming towards that near that $14,000 levels, towards the upside rather than anything else, right? So for the people who are still in doubt or anything like that, everything is still really looking towards the upside rather than the downside. And as we can see here, also our RSI is basically still in the bullish territory. So yeah, nothing much going on. As you can see, it's just going sideways right now, but sideways is not necessarily a bad thing or anything like that. So like I said, if we are looking on the short term, I'm actually waiting for the next 4-hour candle close. It will basically tell us, give us a lot more information. If we lose this 11,750 area, 11,750. So if we start closing the 4-hour candle below it, I do expect us to make a swipe back down, like I said, near the 11,600-ish area, get some liquidity there, and then push back up towards the upside. That's basically what the scenario is in the short term for now. As we can see here on the RSI on the 4-hour, we did break yesterday below this, and then we made a small bounce forward, but it's basically getting rejected once again, and then it looks like it's gonna go more towards the downside. But like I said, there's a lot of support right now on 11,750, this area where we're at right now. That's the main support right now, as you can see, this line here, right here. So, but is it the drama that we are going to be closing, or I mean, going back to 11.6 or something like that, and swipe one more time the liquidity of the EMA 21? I don't think that's a big drama at all. Like I said, I'm just waiting for things to go towards the upside, and every dip that there is, I look at it as an opportunity rather than anything else. When does it not become an opportunity anymore? Well, when we are going to be breaking this level here on the 10,600, well, a little bit lower than 10,600, 10,585. If we close below that magical level of 10.5, I would be turning pretty bearish, to be honest, rather than bullish. But other than that, like I said, right now we are in basically this ascending triangle, and even if we tap back down here towards 11.5, it would not be a drama or anything like that. I don't really think that we will go all the way back down to 11.5. Like I said, on the short term, it looks like just a tap towards the EMA 21, which is currently at 11,609, as you can see. So the S1 level, the support level, is at 11,628. So somewhere around there is very probable. Just getting that liquidity, and then we continue our move, what I'm expecting, until the later on today towards the upside. Well, why do I think that we are still moving towards the upside? Well, the traditional markets are making new all-time highs. They are still pushing towards the upside. So why would Bitcoin not be moving towards the upside as well, since it has been basically correlation between them, the macro correlation between them has been super strong, right, between them for the past 10 years basically, right? So why wouldn't it be the same thing, right? So that's what I'm waiting for right now. In the next 15 minutes, do we close below that that P line? Then of course, most likely a swipe back down towards the 11.6. If not, most likely just continuation towards the upside, of course, if we are holding this trend line. But for now, just looking at the RSI and the momentum and everything in that, it looks more like a pull back towards the downside rather than the upside. A very similar scenario actually for Ethereum. We are also forming of course a ascending triangle on Ethereum as well. That's why things are looking pretty good as well for Ethereum as well. But the thing is, Ethereum is has already the EMA 21 here at this support line, so I don't really think that we will be swiping that much towards the downside with Ethereum anymore. Maybe back to like 390-ish area, and then move back towards the upside as well. What am I looking for the targets, for the next targets? Well, like I said, most likely back up towards the previous high areas around the 400 and 410-ish area, right? 410, like I said, ascending triangle type of structure as well. And then like I've explained before as well, if we are making a measure move from this one, then we will be reaching around, let's take a look, measured move, we will be reaching around 430. Well, maybe that's a little bit too much, something like this. $438. So let's say $435 would be the extension of the move towards the upside. So if Bitcoin goes towards the upside, then Ethereum most likely will be doing exactly the same thing, or will also make a leg up towards the upside, right? So for now, if Bitcoin is going back to 12K, I expect Ethereum going back to around the 410-ish area, or the previous high as well, right? So somewhere around, maybe not that high. This previous high was 408, so somewhere around there, 405, 408, something like that. And then once again, like I said, there is some bearish divergence that is potentially going to be playing out, and then very similar, right? So going up and then breaking back down once again, and then something like this towards the upside. There's also a potential that, of course, that it immediately can break up towards the upside, right? So it's not that it's impossible to be breaking immediately up without any retracement. But for now, it does look like some consolidation first, and sideways movement first before we make a big move towards the upside for now. But I'm really interested to see basically this move right now in the next 15 minutes or something like that. Do we break? Do we continue? Do we not break? And so on and so on. Anyways, for the people who were interested in Link and who were not a true believer in Link, guess what Link did? It did break the $10, and it went all the way to $10.03. So it rebroke all-time high once again, right? So it seems like Link has been basically showing the if we thought that Ethereum was the leading indicator, or the leading coin, it seems like that Chainlink is the leading coin, to be honest. So as you can see, it went from $10 now to $10.3. So yeah, I don't expect other things, the top coins to be following as well towards the upside. And I've explained to you guys before, the next leg that I do see, it's 10.5, but eventually most likely to the $11.5. So very, 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 very possible on the long term. $11.5 or something like that. This is what I'm looking for. If you're looking at the weekly, look, it's just a crazy green candle, right? So, and if you are looking here weekly, let me put on the Fibonacci's. Where are my Fibonacci's? It's not showing. Why is it not showing? Maybe I have to put it on the daily. Here. Fibonacci, yeah, it's here. 11.555 is, is the next, is the R3. So yeah, still a lot of space for Link to be going. And like I said, if Link does hit that 11.5, most likely Bitcoin is going to hit that R3 as well, which is, like I said, around the 14K. So good times might be coming for altcoins as well. And talking about altcoins, the reason why things looking quite good for altcoins is, of course, the Bitcoin dominance is still very on the low side, right? So Bitcoin dominance is right now still hovering here around that 62. It's not really doing that great. I mean, whenever we still have to wait until this moves towards the upside, and only then Bitcoin is going to be making that crazy move towards the upside, right? So right now altcoins are still doing better. Well, not better, but better than before. Let's put it like that. Than Bitcoin. Other than that, of course, people want to know about XRP. Good old XRP. Let's take a look on XRP. Let's take a look on XRP. What do we have here? Yeah, looks very similar to like Bitcoin, right? So we have heavy resistance towards the upside, but looks like an ascending triangle formation as well, right? So if we are looking at this, like something like this, right? Let's draw it a little bit better. Something like this. In the short term, and then of course the top is like this. Is this one, of course. And as you can see, right now it's just going sideways around here, and then at one point it's going to make that break towards the upside. So it's going to break out in the next couple of days, most likely, if, once again, that's if we don't break back down towards the previous support line, right? So those are the areas that I would be looking at. It will either do this towards the upside back to this area around the 31.7, or it's gonna do this back to 28.7. But obviously, since I expect that Bitcoin is going towards the upside, then yeah, our good old XRP is gonna most likely going to make that move towards the upside as well. So I'm expecting 31.79 in the next couple of days, basically. But right now, you know, just ranging and accumulating, I guess, in that zone in that area right now. But looks pretty good to me. Doesn't look bad at all in the very short term. But yeah, this is the area that you should be. If you wanted to buy a Ripple, you should have been buying here, right? So around that 29-ish, and then just ride the wave up. Would have been good for Ripple. Anything else that I wanted to show you guys? Is there something else? No, I don't think there's. Oh yeah, the Dixie. I wanted to show you guys that also the Dixie is moving towards the upside as well. And it looks like it's making some sort of like a formation like this. So that's obviously not good for gold, because gold is obviously negatively correlated in between, right? So when we see this towards the upside, then most likely gold is going to make this towards the downside. And as you can see already, gold is making a small retracement towards the downside. So if we are seeing that Dixie is going to go higher towards the upside, then have to be careful. Have to be careful with gold as well. But I don't think it's going to be happening very soon, though, that the Dixie is going to rally towards the upside. But gold going back down and testing the yellow line is very probably. So don't rush too much into gold right now immediately. It seems like it's going to make a retracement with Dixie making some sort of like a relief bounce towards the upside. But I still don't think that the Dixie has done enough to to be completely reversing, to be honest. As you can see right here, it's just some sort of like a pennant that is being formed. So it might go back up a little bit here, but I do still around the 91-ish area is where I expect it to be going. So that gives breathing space for gold and other stuff as well, right? So like I said, a small dip, but it's a buy the dip market right now. Nothing else, to be honest. Nothing else, to be honest. What can I say about ERD? What can I say about ERD? Where's my Ripple? Here. Let's take a look at the ERD. Oh, well, ERD already broke out. You already missed your chance to be entering that trade. So if you are looking at this is basically the pattern that was the formation, right? Some sort of like a pennant that was being formed, and then basically the breakout here towards the upside already. So seems to me like pretty much pretty much the top. That's what I'm saying. The previous high here so getting a lot of rejection there, right? So does this have some legs towards more towards the upside? Let's take a look on the daily if we can see something there. I would take a look at the daily close. So the daily close is going to be important. If we close if we close above this previous red candle here, it might have enough space to be going a little bit higher. So daily close above, let's say 24.2. If we close above 24.2, it most likely will have more space to be going more toward like 25.5 or something like that. But yeah, of course, after a move like this, I mean, it's bound to make some retracement. So yeah, too late to the Elrond party. Too late for the Elrond party, sadly enough. But yeah, this is how you could have seen the movement, right? So this was basically the making higher lows, and then the breakout towards the upside. I'm just getting a new compa about Chainlink leading the market. Chainlink is not that big or anything like that to be able to be leading the market or anything like that. It's just Chainlink is like, you know, it's like the Tesla. It's just so much FOMO into Chainlink, but don't I'm just kidding. I'm just joking about Chainlink leading the market. Don't take it seriously, everything that I'm saying. You bought the dip for VAT. Let's take a look on VAT. Oh yeah, VAT. I remember VAT because I took that trade. So basically, this is a trade that I took after we broke out from this channel, right? So I told you guys I was looking for that move towards the breakout for this, and I took that long, and I took profits here on this area here. The previous high here, for the record. So it went up a little bit higher. Very good for VAT that it went a little bit higher. Let's take a look on. So I'll remove this channel now because this channel is no longer valid, obviously. Let's take a look. You bought the dip, but I still think that it has a little bit more space to be going towards the downside. So if I would have been buying the dip, I would have been buying the dip here, right? The EMA 21 at 0.188 or the S1 line at 0.883. So yeah, 0.0188. So this looks like it has a little bit more continuation towards the downside rather than the upside. But yeah, obviously this would be the area to be buying in, and then most likely a break back towards the upside. So if I would be entering VAT, I would be entering around this area, and then most likely aiming back towards the previous high, right? So previous high here around 0.0201. That would be my first target towards the upside. But Yeah, I think entered a little bit too quickly, bond wheat. I still think that it has a little bit more space towards the downside. Definitely, if the next 4-hour candle close is going to be closing below the P line here, which is most likely going to be happening, because it will be below the 10 simple moving average, so most likely towards the EMA 21. So a little bit more towards the downside first, then most likely a bounce as well, and towards the upside though. So it's not really that bad. What indicators are good to use in an upward trend market? Well, every indicator is quite good for. I mean, it works in an upward market as in a downward. The only thing that doesn't work well is the stochastics. So the stochastics are pretty much useless in an uptrending market or a downtrending market. And I'll show you. This is the stochastic. This is what it's showing on the 4-hour. It doesn't give you any doesn't give you anything, right? So that's the most useless one. In an uptrending market, it's I mean, RSI is most likely the key for everything. RSI works really well in all cases. So yeah, that would be what I would be looking at. And we almost have our 12-hour candle close, by the way. But let's do one more because everybody's asking for another shitcoin. Let's take a look on, what is it? Tina wants XLM. Okay, XLM it is. XLM. Good old Stella. Stella. What is Stellar doing? Is Stellar doing something? Stellar doing something? Boom, boom, boom. Stellar held. It's one of the stronger ones. It held the pivot line, and it seems to be going towards the upside. So if I would be looking at things, yeah, Stellar looks good for a push towards the upside, probably very soon, and definitely not a bad idea to be buying in Stellar very soon. Let's take a look here. If we are making some sort of like, it's some sort of like a falling wedge type of pattern that is forming, as you can see here, and it sort of is breaking out right now. Oh, like I said, doesn't look that bad. So most likely it looks like a breakout very soon for XLM. Would be aiming most likely, well, first target would be 0.107, but most likely towards this area here, 1087 would be my target, right? If we are making a small measured move here, something like this, as you can see. Yeah, looks good. Hope you just entered. I hope you entered. And the beautiful thing here, as you can see, scam wick here, all the way down to the EMA 55. Like I said, if we are in an uptrend, right, just look at the EMA 55 and always, you know, put on some buy orders. If you are interested in some coin or something like that, put some buy orders there, because if we get a scam wick towards that area, most of the time, and definitely during an uptrend, you will have a perfect or a very good entrance, right? But yeah. Yeah, big bags and energy, beam and MTL. Yeah, just wait, just wait until you can get out, I guess. I'm still in my long Theodore, to be fair, from 11,570 ish, something like that. So I'm just holding that long position. The only thing that I would be interested in doing, if we would swipe back down towards 11, so yeah, let's go back to Bitcoin. So we closed now above 11. So we're still holding this P line, as you can see right now, right? We're still holding there, but the problem is we kind of are breaking a structure, right? So this is a support line. If we are squinting our eyes, we can sort of make the support line something like this, right? Something like this, but it's not as pretty. Let's put it like that. Let's maybe put it on the line chart. Maybe you can do something. Yeah, we don't really have enough we don't really have enough support points, so this trend line is kind of useless like that. So I'll just remove it. Just use horizontals. Yes, so two things. We did close above the P line, which is obviously good. But we did close below the 10 simple moving average, as you can see as well, right? So that's bad. So that means if this next 4-hour candle closes again below the 10 simple moving average, it's gonna make that swipe towards the downside, right? It's gonna make that swipe towards the downside. So we're not out in the clear or anything just yet. So nothing is confirmed right now by this candle close. So sorry to disappoint you that I cannot tell you that we can long already to 12.1. We will only know basically most likely tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll know it with the daily candle close. Like I said, over the next 4 hours, there's two things that can happen. Either we break from this pattern, from this P line, we move towards like 11.9 or something like that, then make a small retracement like this, and then move tomorrow or the next day towards the 12.1. That would be one scenario. But another scenario is very possible as well, that we break down towards, like I said, the S1 here, and take the liquidity of this EMA 21, move back up, back once again up towards here, get rejected once again, and then move towards the 12.1. So all the scenarios that I have is bullish in my book. But of course we also have to be very, very aware that, like I said, if we do break below the orange line, the orange lifeline, things can turn very nasty very, very, very soon. Actually, if we are closing below the EMA 21, I would be very worried already as well. So just closing below 11.5 is very bad, because if we close below 11.5, most likely we'll be heading down towards like 11.2, 11.1 or something like that. Would be not pretty at all for Bitcoin. So for now, it looks like continuation for me, but if we do break below 11.5, then that breaks the structure. Let's put it like that. What do you call the orange line? Well, that's just the orange line that I've drawn, because that was, remember when I told you to long, if we would have broken the orange line. That's basically the reason why the orange line is still there. So it was a breakout of this previous high. That's the reason why the orange line is still there. So whenever we break out from a spot, that's basically our resistance that is now turned into support, right? So can an upward trend happen in a month, or does it usually last a week or some? It can last for 10 years, Coral. You know that the traditional markets, the S&P has been on a bull run for 10 years, right? It's 10 years. I'm not kidding. If we are looking at the S&P, let's take a look on the monthly chart. Until we got this coronavirus. Let's go back. You know that we are in a bull run since 2009, right? So this is 2009. Which is 11 years ago, my friend. 2009, and we went in a bull run up until now. So if you're asking me how long can a bull run or a upward trend last, well, it can last 10 years, 11 years, as you can see. So that's the reason why. So a lot of people have this fascination, right, for traditional Wall Street, or for traditional traders, stock market traders, but you know, they have been trading in like pretty much an uptrend for the past 10 years, and you don't have to be a complete genius to be trading a bull market. Like I said, if in the last couple of weeks you're not making money trading, you should most likely try to find another job or something else to be doing, because even if you had a bad entry, you could just wait, and you would be, you know, you would get saved out of the, you know, it's just a matter of time. So yeah, it's just buy the dip scenario. So yeah, if you're asking me how long can a bull run, yeah, now you have your answer. It can go for a very long time. So do I think that is what is going to be happening to Bitcoin? No, I don't think that's what is going to be happening for Bitcoin. But yeah, you know, it's just an example, right? So anyways, very hard right now on the spot. Do I think we swipe one more down towards the downside? I think the probabilities is most likely towards 11.6 is higher right now than immediately breaking towards the upside. That would be my, if you would be asking me my guess. But for me, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I'm in my position. I'm not really that worried, except if we start closing below the yellow line, then I would be more concerned immediately. But other than that, right now I still think the probabilities is more towards the 11.6 than immediately back to 11.9. But well, let's see what the math says, what the expected moves say, say, right? That's more important than anything else. And the math says first standard deviation towards the upside, towards the 11,900, as you can see, is here. And then the towards the first standard deviation toward the downside is 11,550, which is basically what I've been saying, right? So 11.6-ish, 11.9-ish towards the top. What is most likely going to be happening? As it look right now, I would say it's angling a little bit more towards the upper end, I guess, right? So 51% up and 49% down, I guess, something like that. So even the expected moves of the math doesn't know what we are going to be doing. But like I said, zoom out, guys. Make sure that to be looking on the daily. Like I said, this looks like a beautiful ascending triangle that is being formed, and what you don't want to be missing is this move. Basically, if it does break out towards the upside, is towards the 14,000. That's basically the move that we are waiting for. And sure, we can be trading, of course, during inside this pattern as well, right? But for the swing traders, the move above this one towards the 14K is the one that is going to make you the Lambo. But other than that, like I said, even if we swipe back down a little bit towards 11.6, is that the dramatic? I don't think that's dramatic or anything like that, right? Anyways, the Stokes on the 12-hour, like I said, curling pretty much very strongly towards the upside, so nothing there. The RSI is the one that is basically showing the momentum. It is, as you can see, it is still above the EMA, but it's like, it's just hanging there. And you can see here it will cross back down at 11,757. So yeah, it's just that that closure, right? That closure above 11,750 or down. So if we close below it, then most likely 11.6. If we close above it, most likely 11.9. That's basically what the range is currently right now. So is it that interesting to be as a trade? I don't think it's that interesting. For me, I'm waiting for that move towards the 12K first. That will be the most interesting one, and then of course the dip that's coming from it, and then of course the move towards the 14K. Woo, that's going to be the most fun one, right? Let's take a look on the daily if we can see something new there. On the daily, Stokes are curling towards the downside on the daily, so yeah, I guess momentum is waning a little bit. So yeah, like I said, yeah, RSI is still saying above the EMA, and very same range as you can see, 11,730. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Nothing much to say. Those are the critical levels. Closing below 11,750, most likely a swipe down towards the EMA 21 at 11.6-ish area. Keep closing above 11,750, most likely a move back to 11.9. Do we break from there? Maybe, but we couldn't get a retracement back once again. But eventually, most likely, during the next couple of days, a move towards 11.1, 11.2, near our previous high, right? Our pivot point, 11.1, 11.2-ish area. And then most likely a pullback from there, and then we move on towards the upper side. That's basically what I am expecting. But what if it does this and it breaks the orange line? Then of course we will be expecting this towards the downside, right? So don't keep keep your mind open for all the situations that is possible, and make sure that you are adjusted towards it, right? So if you are in any position like me right now, what I'm gonna do, so for me personally, what I'm gonna do, if I see that the price does close below the EMA 21, so below 11.6, I'll be closing my position at well, a small profit, I guess, or break even, whatever. It depends on how much risk that I'm going to be letting it run to 11,570, yes or no, but we'll see. But other than that, most likely there, and then wait for the bounce, most likely at the EMA 55 around 11.3, something like that. Re-enter, because even if we break down there, we most likely will get a bounce from that area as well, but it would not be that pretty, to be honest. It would break some structure already. So, but it's not that currently it's not that likely because of the momentum that is still towards the upside rather than the downside. And like I said, with the traditional markets, that is going towards the upside, right? So I'll do one quick Zilliqa, because oh, that's the wrong one. That's not the right chart. Where is my chart here? The Zilliqa. ZIL, right? Yeah, ZIL USDT. Let's take a look what ZIL is doing. Oh, ZIL is already broken out. Yeah, ZIL already broke out, so nothing much to say about that, right? So yeah. Yeah, this whole pattern here was the accumulation, as you can see, and then it broke out towards the upside. So let's see if we have a little bit continuation possible towards the upside. It did make a higher high. This is good. A lot of, as you can see here, if you can clearly see here, right? The previous high here. This is the top. So if we do close above this orange line, we can see some continuation towards the upside, but this looks very toppy, to be honest. So would not enter any positions or something like that. So yeah, this looks very toppy. Would be very careful with Zilliqa. If it does close above this orange line at the 0.02231, then I would say, yeah, we have continuation, more momentum to the upside, but very unlikely. This looks like a pullback. Like I said, this is very heavy resistance from in the past, in the history. So a lot of profit, as you can see right there, that is being taken. So yeah, other than that, I think I will call it quits for today, because a lot of I mean, not that, to be honest, not that much interesting things are going to be happening today. It's more tomorrow, sadly enough, during weekend or something like that is going to be there. Long-term pattern, cup and handle. Cup and handle. Let me see. Cup and handle. I really don't like. Well, what you can be looking at this is basically a Adam and Eve pattern, right? So this is the Adam, and this is the Eve pattern that is being formed right now, and usually that is a reversal pattern, right? So sorry, a continuation pattern. So if we do break that orange line, yes, things are looking good for Zilliqa, right? But it has to break first. I want to see it break and confirm like a daily candle above that area first before I would be happy about Zilliqa. But it looks promising. I'm not saying that it doesn't look promising or anything like that. But right now, it looks toppy. Right now it looks toppy. People are gonna take profits. Like I said, this area here, it matches perfectly with this area, as you can see, right? I mean, orange line, bam. So yeah, yeah, I would say wait it out. Most likely it's going to be retracing, right? So wait it out. All right, See you guys tomorrow, hopefully same time, same place, UTC plus 8, 7:30 p.m. Please like, share, comment, and do whatever you want to do with this.